area per se. There was some kind of battle or slaughter up on Long Beach Island back in the 1800s, maybe the 17 or 1600s. I'm not sure. There's a sign. I've read the sign. Didn't stick with me, obviously. But I think the first houses started popping up around here, maybe in this particular neighborhood, in maybe the 1960s. My house was built in 1985. It's the original. So not too terribly old around here. But Jim says a cheap house with a ghost, if it was a $500,000 home with a sales tag of a Levittown home and all I had to do is make friends with a ghost, I am in. Of course, my overnight guests may dwindle. He might like that. I am his #1 overnight guest. Roxanne says, no, thank you. They can give it to me, and it will not happen. I'm with you, Roxanne. I don't know. I might try it at least for a little while if it was a gift. But I am not interested in finding out if it's a friendly ghost or a not-so-friendly ghost. Kathy says, I bought my house not knowing it was haunted, and our ghost boy is a very friendly young man. Well, that is good to know. Kate says, already lived in a haunted house, so why not? I sold my old one with no problems. I even had it documented by South Jersey ghost hunters. So I said, Kate, tell me more. Weren't they scary ghosts? What did they do? She said, no, they weren't scary ghosts. My son, my dad, and I all saw the guy. He would open doors, turn lights off, and not back on. Mostly stayed in the guest room near the bedrooms. He would sometimes shift things around in there. Would see him walk through the master bedroom a few times, threw picks off wall and ripped blinds down and threw them across the room. Crazy sounding, right? But I swear to you, we had plenty of witnesses. Well, that sure sounds scary to me. I certainly wouldn't want to be living in that atmosphere. How can you answer the question that they weren't scary when they're throwing things? My goodness. People are crazy. Dottie's not crazy. She says no. Michelle also. That is a no from me. Mark says, oh, yeah, we would, right? And then he tagged his wife. And she said, of course, keep it exciting. Marcy says, I think so, as long as the spirits were not destructive like a poltergeist. Yeah, but how do you know? You don't know until you go in. Angela says, oh, my God, American Horror Story. Diane says, yep, been there and done that a number of times. I was thinking whoever it was just followed us. Like I was talking about. I figured if he could keep up with me, he was good. Never an issue after he figured out that he couldn't scare me. I just talked to him. Don't ask why I know it was a him. I just know it was. Lisa says, never. I only like new construction because of that. Michelle says, yeah, that'd be a definite no. Adele says, sure, the more the merrier. Oh, these people are crazy. Michelle says, my friend's house is haunted. Vanessa says, only if it was at the beach. So it comes with some stipulations. We've got a definitely, a yes. Elizabeth says she lived in a haunted house, but it was Casper. Linda says, I lived in a home that had a beautiful spirit. He loved music. And again, Melissa says, sure, if it were Casper and not Satan. But how do you know? I mean, a ghost can come into your house at any time, I guess. If you look at it that way. But they can say it's a friendly ghost, but how do you know? You don't know until you live there. Reminds me of that routine that Eddie Murphy had done. It was, one of his big ones. It was either Raw or what was that other one? I don't know. You remember. Delirious, I think it was, when he's talking about, all of these horror films. He's like, you white people are crazy. You move into a house and there's a spirit there and he's telling you got to leave and you're fighting it and you're standing there and you're like, no, I won't leave my house. He's like, it's different for black people. He's like, us black people, we come in, we're like, oh, isn't this great? The kids are, swimming in the pool and you're sitting back, you turn the TV on, you're relaxing, you're like, oh, this is great. This is the best house ever. And then you hear, get out. And he's like, too bad we can't stay. Let's go, kids. Funny, because that would be me. Somebody tells me to get out, I'm getting out. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, my goodness. So there are some of these shocking answers to me. I really thought I was going to get all, oh, hell no, or oh, shell no. But no, a lot of people don't seem to have an issue with it. So moving right along to today's blog post is goal check time. Strength shows not only in the ability to persist, but also in the ability to start over. Sometimes it's good to reassess. Are you a resolution maker? Did you make any of them at the start of the new year and the new decade? Even if you kept them to yourself or don't call them resolutions, you probably plan to do a few things just a little differently. What are the things, some of the things you had on your radar? Did you want to drop a few pounds, maybe not drink as much, get the house organized and in order, pursue a promotion at work, be more present with your children, make your marriage better? Is any of these resonating with you? So how are we doing? Are we on track at all, or have you given up completely on what you were hoping to accomplish? It's time for a review. First of all, did you make your progress measurable? You must find a way to know if you're actually making progress. Have you lost weight? That one's easy. Just get on the scale. Feel your clothes. Have you cut down on your drinking by the amount you drink on the occasions that you drink, or cut down on how often? Have you made a list of what to tackle when it comes to organizing the house? Is anything crossed off? Have you gotten any feedback at your job about the work that you do? Is there a promotion that is already available? Or are you just dazzling them right now with your fabulous work ethic and special skills? Have you put aside extra time daily, weekly, or monthly to spend with the kids, to do something meaningful with them? Once you are able to measure how much progress you have made, you can review your performance. Are you making progress, staying stagnant, or even sliding back a little bit? No matter where you are, it is okay. This is why we do these reviews and assessments, to see where we are as compared to where we want to be. If you've lost some weight but not as much as you hoped, hang in there. What if I told you that during my month-long challenge of no carbs, sweets, or alcohol, I was only able to drop 6 pounds? Isn't that pathetic? Don't you feel bad for me? I know I do. Still haven't gotten past that 6 pounds, but I definitely feel a difference in my clothes. I know I lost inches, which is good. Still lost some weight. Best of all, I didn't put any more weight on. There were other reasons besides losing weight that I wanted to tackle this challenge anyway, so it makes the disappointment a little less. I still got the other benefits I was searching for. And, that's a good thing to keep in mind. It's often best to have several reasons for pursuing a goal, so you aren't relying on that just one reason to keep yourself motivated. That way you have more things to go to when you need to feel a little more pumped up. Kind of staves off the disappointment a little bit more. But you are where you are right now, and we can work from there. It's still very early in the year, so you can assess what is working and what isn't. You certainly won't want to wait until the start of next year to try again, will you? So what are some of the roadblocks that have gotten in your way? What can you do to get around them? How can you plan out your day to get those goals in when you can? Where is said goal in your priorities list? I know that we get busy and things come up that throw us off. Prepare for those ahead of time. Now, I'm talking about catastrophic events when you get a horrible illness or, an act of God that just throws everything out of whack. Aside from those issues, though, you can probably still stay on track. Even if you're going through stressful times, going off your diet isn't going to help. In fact, going off my diet is usually bad for my finances. Then I want to go out and eat, grab fast food, or buy delicious treats. If I'm staying on track, I eat the food that is already paid for in my fridge. Or when I have a gathering that will have a lot of food and drinks, I bring my own. Just like my book club meeting last night. I brought along a diet soda, so I wasn't tempted to have a cocktail. I did peruse the snack table. There were some veggies. There was some fresh fruit. I had a whole half a handful of cashews right before I left, so I was, so full. Not really. But I was able to not indulge. So make a plan for those things that can cause you to veer off course. I could have had some veggies or fresh fruit. It wouldn't have been a problem. Sometimes I have a habit of once I start picking, though, I don't stop. So it's better for me to just stay away from the table altogether. And like I said, I ate right before I went. And I wasn't full by any means. I mean, I was being facetious, obviously. But it's better to have something in your belly than to be, starving throughout the whole thing when you're looking at cakes and pastries and dip and But the weekend is a good time to do these types of things. You can sit down, do a decent assessment. If things aren't working, make a new plan. One that will work. You've got this one life, and I want you to achieve your goals. It's going to make you happy. Yes, it is hard at times, but that is what makes it worth it. Let me tell you, you are worth the work. So grab a cute notebook and a fabulous pen and go over that plan, or make the plan, or reassess the plan. But get the plan in order, and then work it, girl. It is the freaking weekend. It's Cocktail Friday, y'all. Hope you had a chance or have a chance to grab an adult beverage later in the day. Do something fun and relaxing this weekend, whatever you do choose to do. Be safe and do the review. I'm telling you, once you have it down on paper, you won't regret it. And make today your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Let's review my crusade to get on the Ellen Show. Is it working? Absolutely not. Is it time to reassess the plan? Maybe. I talked earlier about maybe, calling her out and calling her mean for scaring people all the time, and that's not being kind. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. Come on, Ellen. Have us on your show.